Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Today is the 1st of November 2024. Let's put aside for a second that ugly draw against Parma 2-2. Let's put aside for a second the ranking that is seeing Juventus at the moment 6th. Let's put aside, or try to put aside, that negative cloud above our heads. The negativity, the uncertainties, the doubts, the fears. Because today it's our birthday. Today is the 1st of November. And today we are celebrating 127 years of existence. Today is the birthday of Juventus. Today is the birthday of the Juventini of the world. It's the birthday of all of us. And I would really appreciate it if we can start the day not commenting the negative things that are happening at the moment, but with a beautiful message. Happy birthday, Juventus. And for the most creative one between you, if you want to express your wishes for that 127th year of existence, please let me know here. I'm really curious to read you. Ragazzi, in today's video we'll speak of course about the new slogan of Juve, We Are Youth, since 1897, the press conference of Thiago Motta, who can possibly play yes or no tomorrow, Mercato, defense of January, the next gen that yesterday unfortunately lost 1-0, with nearly a full game of Rui and Adzic. A lot of things to say in today's video, so I'm asking you to start to put a maximum of like, continue to subscribe to the channel. Let's make that channel bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, it's the birthday of Juve, so allow me a few seconds to say thank you. Thank you to all of you, because if today we have the biggest English-speaking Juve channel, it's thanks to you. If today I feel still young, even if today the shirt I have chosen, that hat that I have chosen, doesn't look like Beppe is young, but really, you are making me younger every single day. So thank you for that, really. You are giving me much more than I probably deserve. Juventus is giving me much more than I probably deserve, because, you know, it's since 4 seasons now I'm in partnership with Juve, and it's one of my childhood's dream that is coming alive. But you know what is another dream that will come reality tomorrow? Being in London together with Juventini, because you know tomorrow there is a watch party presented by OneFootball, home of Serie A, Udinese, Juve, and I believe that was the best possible gift that I could receive ever. Hopefully celebrating together with Juventini. But even if we don't win tomorrow, that I don't want to think about, being together, living these moments together with Juventini of the world, that's the most beautiful thing. For the people who are saying, Beppe, what London? Can you explain? Well, tomorrow Christian Vieri will be there. The Scudetto will be there. It's an event, again, presented by OneFootball. The link is into the description. If you want, you can still apply. You fill in the form and you just wait a few minutes, a few hours to be yes or no invited, and you can be there. For the people that are already subscribed and already told me, well, for the other ones, please let me know that you are there, because I would love to shake hands, to take a selfie, and why not? Hugging between brothers and sisters of the Bianconeri. Now that we said that, what does that mean? We are youth since 1897. Well, we know it, huh? Youth is not a new word if we are speaking about the Bianconeri, because Juventus means youth. And that's a really strong message. That's a beautiful message. The people that has been chosen next to the women, Saragama and a youth player from the youth, are Kenan Yildiz, Manuel Locatelli, Paolo Montero, and Giorgio Chiellini. 4 guys that are quite new and quite young. Kenan Yildiz, the age is speaking for himself, 19. Manuel Locatelli, young Italian player. We have a young coach as Paolo Montero and a young manager in Giorgio Chiellini. These guys have not been chosen by coincidence. They are there to represent the youth of Juve. But it's not a new word, because youth is a word that has been already used by Giovanni Agnelli, l'Avvocato, back then, that said Juventus bring back memories of something everyone enjoyed, their youth. This is why Juventus is loved by a lot. First of all, because we win. That's what he said. We are a winning team. We are a winning club. But also because it brings us back that memory. The thing that we love the most, we all love, our youth. Beautiful words, beautiful slogan. What does that mean in detail? Well, the facts are showing it. From the Next Gen project, we are a youth team. From the 10 to Kenan Yildiz, that's a really strong message of youth. From the 2nd youngest team in Serie A, from a young coach, Thiago Motta, but also much more than only the field. It's representing courage, passion, innovative vision, living things with intensity, believing in ideals, make the impossible possible. This is what Juventus means with that new beautiful slogan, We Are Youth, since 1897. And these are the values, these are words that can look really abstract, but I can really find myself in them. So brava Juve, beautiful slogan. I feel extremely young again, and that's thanks to you. This is thanks to Juve. I know that at the moment we would have loved with Thiago Motta that the project was working immediately, that we were there first. It's not the case, but we can work for it. Again, let's make, like all the young kids, the young guys that are dreaming about something that is impossible, make it real. Let's make it possible all together, staying united. In November, we have chances to make dreams possible, because we will play finals starting on Saturday against Udinese. Then we have Lille in Champions League, Torino Derby della Mole before the international break, and coming back with 2 big games, Milan and Aston Villa in Birmingham. We know it, the calendar could have been really difficult in match day 10 because none of the direct competitors were playing against each other. They all won except of Juve. Yesterday also, Lazio, I told you, the most informed team of Serie A at the moment. They demolished Como 5-1. Roma won a bit luckily with a gift from Torino, but they won. Fiorentina won 1-0. Atalanta won 2-0 the day before. Juventus drew. Inter won. Napoli won. The only one that lost was Milan. But guys, tough. Tough if we're looking at the ranking that is now saying Juventus 6th. We are in the beginning of the Serie A. 10 games played out of 38. It's a long journey. More than thinking about the ranking today, I think that Thiago Motta today in press conference said something extremely real. What about the Scudetto? Do we believe in the Scudetto? Guys, at the 10th day, like Fonseca, the coach of Milan, said, nothing is played yet. Do we believe in the Scudetto? Well, you know what? Let's focus on Udinese, because we have a lot of things to do. Much better than we did right now. We don't have time to think about that because it's way too long. Let's focus on Udinese because we need to come back to win. Look, I saw a really extremely concentrated, serious, aware of the situation Thiago Motta in press conference today. He repeated many times, but really seriously many times, that we need to do better in all the aspects. And he also took responsibility, putting himself in the front line, including himself in doing better in all aspects. There was only one smile at the first question about the birthday of Juve, where he said, I'm happy and honored to be part of this big club. Look, I know that sometimes it's difficult. I know that we are not winning the Scudetto since a few seasons. Let's see if we will compete or not this season. But there is one thing that I will always say. I will always take that flag and raise it in the air. I'm extremely happy, like Thiago Motta, and I'm extremely honored to be part of Juventus, to collaborate to Juventus, to in a way represent some Juventini of the world. Thank you for your messages, but ragazzi, I totally agree with that, and I was really happy to hear him saying these words. Then he stopped smiling. He said that Douglas Luiz and Nico Gonzalez are not recuperating for tomorrow, that Koopmeiners is not at his max, but is an important player to us. Not sure if he will play from the start, but it could be. That the guys are doing well, and he said something important, that we are not tired at the moment. But we all must give something more. We need to do better. Doing better collectively, offensively and defensively. We need to be much more aggressive. We can't do like we did against Parma, giving that much spaces. Giving also the time to the opponent to think about what they need to do. It's only the start, he said, but we clearly need and must do better. Again, repeating, we must do better. Transitional phase, offensive, positive, defensive, not giving all these counterattacks, being much more clinical. He said so much things that we need to do much better, and I totally agree with him. Just to tell you that he's absolutely aware of where he is and what is expecting from him. Against Parma, we missed a lot. And you know what he said? The fact that we are doing all these mistakes, or that we are missing a lot, well, it takes from us, it gives us a lot of doubts, giving certainties to the opponent. Well, this is something that tomorrow we can't do. We can't do these mistakes, taking away from us our certainties, giving us doubt and giving certainties to the other Bianconeri that will probably play in a black and white tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll probably play with the away shirt, the yellow one. But that's a fact. That's a fact. And then he finished also speaking about an individual, Dusan Vlahovic, because the question came a few times, what about Dusan Vlahovic and not enough touches? He said, look, to me, it's important the quantity. It's not important the quantity, but the quality is important for Dusan Vlahovic. And it's every single game, every single week that we are now speaking about when will he be on the bench. Because there is a moment where he will need to rest. The idea, according to Tuttosport, is Mbangula. I don't know if he will rest tomorrow or not. every time we think that we know that it's the moment for Dusan to rest, or that we are certain that he will play, we don't know. You know that we have a lot of possibilities there. Wea, Bangula, Yildiz, none of them are real strikers, but maybe they can offer something to Thiago Motta. Also keeping an eye on Lille and keeping an eye on Torino, but I would love tomorrow that we don't think too much about Lille, about Torino, about the rest. We need to think about Udinese. And the best one need to play. The best in form need to play. The one that are giving the most guarantee need to play. And if Koopmeiners can give you guarantee for 60 minutes, then he needs to play 60 minutes. Not 1 minute more, not 1 minute less, but 60 minutes. If it's 70 minutes, then he plays 70 minutes. If it's 30 minutes, then it's 30 minutes. But the best one, they need to play tomorrow. They need to play. They need to give us a really beautiful performance in terms of points tomorrow. And also showing us that they are not troubled about the 2-2 against Parma. We need to find back our balance. Extremely important, because we lost our balance. Then you will tell me, Bebe, but it's difficult with the defenders, with Danilo, without Bremer, and you're all correct. At the moment, it's really difficult. But does it make sense now, today, to start crying about Bremer? No, because he will not come back tomorrow. Is it time to speak too much about Mercato? We can speak about Mercato. It will not solve our situation for the month of December, for the month of November, no. But of course, Juventini needs really to seriously start thinking about, and that's what he's doing. Look, Gazzetta dello Sport is pushing for Skriniar. Skriniar is the solution, a cheap solution on a loan. It could be, it could not be, I don't know. Juventus is also thinking about other names, like the one of Fulham, ex-Sampdoria, Andersen, but also the ex-Dragusin, Radu Dragusin, that is not finding any space at Tottenham at the moment. He's not playing. It's a player that grew up with Juventus, with the next gen. It's a player that already played with the first team. It's a player that knows really well Serie A because he played at Genoa. He knows of Italian football also because he played in 2nd division, 1st division, before going to Tottenham to actually understand another football, a new football, even if he didn't play that much. Well, having him on a cheap, on loan for 6 months would be a really beautiful answer, because it's the ideal player for Thiago Motta. I'm speaking about a youth that is a sponge, ready to learn, one that wants to take his revenge in saying, Juve, you see, you were wrong in letting me go. Well, Radu Dragusin would be, according to me, a really beautiful option. Extremely beautiful option also for his physicality, his man-on-man. When we are speaking about Bremer, well, Radu Dragusin is not Bremer, but it could be a beautiful name to replace him. Let's see. Probably I would prefer even a Radu Dragusin with the salary he has, with the story that he has, more than a Skriniar. Not probably, surely I would prefer him. And we finish with the last chapter, the one of the next gen that yesterday lost 1-0. I watched the game. I prefer watching the next gen than Como, Lazio, or Roma, Torino, or whatever other game that was available yesterday, because I wanted to give a bit of support, because it was 2-3 games that I didn't watch them, because I had not the opportunity. Yesterday, on top of that, there was a Adzic that played from the first minute together with Rui, so I really wanted to see Adzic in another frame from the first minute, what he could deliver. Look, yesterday was not a beautiful game. We see a Juventus that is not offering something beautiful, that is really in difficulty. The best of the game, according to me, there are not a lot, but I love the performance of Rui. Sincerely, I really love the performance of Rui. By the way, from the moment that he went out, he was replaced yesterday by Kudryk. Kudryk, in 10 minutes, 2 yellow cards, red card, is out of the game. In the last minutes, we concede a goal. We lose another game. It's already 6 or 7 games in a row that we are losing, that we are not able to grab points. But Rui did well on that left side. I saw a much more mature player than I watched last year when I was watching him with the next gen, so I was happy for him. You really see that these months with the first team, debuting in Serie A, in Champions League, made him a better player than he already was last year, with a much more experience, with maturity. What about Adzic? He started on the right side of the field, and then in the second half he played a bit more central. When he was in that central position yesterday, he was a bit lost. I preferred him on the right side, even if we have a lot of options in the first team there, but yesterday he was lost. But again, it's extremely difficult. You don't know your teammates. Rui knew them because he comes from the next gen, but Adzic he never played with them, he never trained with them, so it's tough. It's tough to find communication, to find these beautiful dialogues, to understand each other in terms of movement. So in that middle of the field, it was a bit more difficult for him. In the first half, he showed touches of class because he's a really strong player, but he couldn't make the difference yesterday. Let's see, because the next gen is in trouble, has some difficulties. They are speaking already about possibly a meeting today to replace Paolo Montero. It's tough. Next gen project is extremely tough because they take away every single year 2, 3, if not more, players from you. Every single time we are in another league. Now we change. It's really a tough project. You need to be extremely solid and things need to turn well. Otherwise, you're really risking. We cannot go in relegation. I would be extremely sad if we replace Paolo Montero for the person. More than for the coach, for the person. The person is something fantastic. And if it happens that he would have taken back from Juventus from his spot as the coach of the next gen, I wish that we can find immediately a role for him with the youth, because he's a fantastic professor, he's a fantastic educator, he's one that you want to keep in your project. Probably not as a coach for next gen. So let's see what the decision will be from Juve. We'll come back on this decision later. That was it for me for the video of today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you already made the wishes to Juventus for their 127th birthday. For the people that are in London, don't forget tomorrow. Please say hello. Don't be shy. Don't say, I don't want to disturb Beppe. More we see each other, more I'm happy. Grazie, forza, Juve.